Hello, my name is Leo, and welcome back for another episode of Victoria Theory as Mexico. In previous episode we managed to conquer British Columbia. It was also seceding pretty much immediately after, so that caused a bit of issues. But I think possibly today we might do a war against Haiti to make them into a dominion. We're not going to be annexing them. That would increase our infamy a little bit. They don't have a massive army though, so I think we could be able to do a landing even though we don't have that many ships available. Do they have... Actually, do they have ships? They do have 3. So there might be a bit of a fleet battle then. But I think it will be fine. So let's go ahead and start that already. So we'll turn them into Dominion. And I suppose we need to hire an admiral at this stage. We've been putting that off for the time being, but let's get someone in. Innovative a diplomat. Les Morales. Okay. That could be quite useful. Assistant. Naval commander. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. We'll go for that one. So we can't do the landings quite yet. We'll activate this army now. So the army from Mexico can actually take a bit of a rest. And since we've got the... Ooh, actually, one of the things that I didn't check is the quality of the troops in here. Have they still got the penalties for the... No, they don't. Okay, good. So at least that's good. And we've got a lot better quality armies than they do. I don't think that's going to be... Oh, sulfur is starting to have a bit of shortages. Where do we have sulfur mines? I suppose the easier way is to check through here. So Texas could... Ooh, actually, yeah, we'll get a sulfur mine in Texas. California could also work, but at the same time, it doesn't have the infrastructure levels right now. And then British Columbia is another location, but that's very slow in construction. So Texas, it is. But as soon as the war is starting, they are fearful. Oh, and I could invite Colombia in. Ah, okay. Is that going to be free of charge? No, that would be an obligation. Okay, never mind. So perhaps we won't do that yet. But there we go. Our total army size is now 50 battalions. Oh, Scandinavia sides with them. Okay. Spain is also leaning towards them. I do wonder, if I give them an obligation, will they try to use that to get their independence? They might. I'm not going to give them the opportunity, but at this stage, why is that? They want war reparations. Admittedly, a lot depends if the Scandinavians, they can't station their armies there, so they might try to do a landing, I suppose. How good is their troops, I guess, is the next question. But it's Scandinavia, indeed. Right, so they got all of this, so... They got line infantry with mobile artillery, cavalry scouts, first aid, so... We've actually got slightly better troops with the skirmish infantry. Otherwise, we were pretty much identical. So if we can just push in the first landing in there and just take a lot of that land, or at least partially that land, and then if they send in reinforcements there in time, we'll just start holding the ground there, I guess. Hold on a minute, do we have... It's not really helpful with... Okay, we've got 5 battalions extra in there, so we've got our army probably down this way then. It's down there. So we'll activate that, put it as standby in Mexico. So we're going to send that one also in there to help defend. So Scandinavia swayed. I don't think they'll get anyone else in. Declared rivalry. Well, 2 can play that game. Alright, so our flotilla is... I mean, it's slowly increasing in size. I suppose we've got a lot of... it should have up to 10, yeah. We've got 5 over there. We've got another 3 over there. And then we had 1 in Panama, right? And then 1... Where did we have... Oh, right. Was it down here? No? I don't know. Well, regardless, we've got a bit of fleet. At least, so it's not too bad. And I do not want to pass this land at voting, to be fair. Oh, right, failed petitions. Yeah, that's going to be approval rating going down pretty badly, but I don't want that voting law, quite frankly. I guess since we are kind of running into a lot of military stuff, I'm just going to rotate these around. Oh, right, I can't do it. Well, I can't drag and drop them. Then we'll get the open hearth process. We're at least getting some more manufacturing. And our GDP is 28 million. Actually, how much compared to Scandinavia? We've actually got a larger GDP. We've got a larger population. They've got higher prestige, admittedly, and they are higher on the Great Powers list because of that. They also got higher standard of living, but I think this war is doable. Especially once we do the initial landings. I'm assuming that it will succeed. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I have a feeling that it will probably succeed. Everyone else is declaring neutrality now. So yeah, I think we can do this. We'll turn that into a Dominion then. Which will give us even more money, admittedly. There we go. So let's just go ahead and do a naval invasion into Haiti with a 15 battalion army, just so that the penalty for the landing is going to be slightly smaller. Still going to be quite large there overall. The Scandinavians can't bring in their troops until we have a landing or beachhead in there. And after we've got a beachhead, we'll send in the second army from here to assist in the attacks there. So actually, that one's the one with the attack, yeah, offensive planner, so that could be doing the attacking. And this one can just hold the ground, I suppose. Well, wait a minute, did it just die? No, it's included in there. Let's double check your traits here. You've got direct brave, so that's less morale loss. Persistent, character health goes up. And less morale loss, oh. So we aren't going to be necessarily losing all that much morale in the initial landing there. That's actually going to be probably the saving grace for this landing, judging by the lack of flotillas, to be fair. One naval base there. Another one. Oh, Nicaragua had a naval base. So that makes it 10 total. We would potentially increase the naval bases over here to 8. And then build another 5 over here, so we can get to at least 20. Oh wait, how much was it? Yeah, it's 10 over there right now, so if we get to 20... Oh, we got a battle in here. Double blunder. But our ships are better in quality. So we should be able to win this. And then we'll start the landing. Yeah, that's a near to victory. Let's do this. Oh, they won immediately. Oh, because no one actually landed in there. That's odd. I guess we'll wait a little bit. I suppose this... Oh! Right, we got caught up in a fight here. The Scandinavians were doing a landing as well. Okay, well... we're defending, we're winning this one. And they're taking very heavy losses. Broken supply lines as well. Yeah, there we go. I wasn't expecting that, I'll be honest. I guess what I could do instead is do a landing with the army from Mexico then. It's going to be a little bit worse penalty for the landing itself, but if they were trying to do landings in here, then, you know, we can't use this army for a little bit. At least the fleet size is increasing and all that, so we are probably going to be winning this. How's the... oh yeah, we've still got plenty of things in construction queue. We're still making a lot of money as well. The investment pool is down to 4.8 million, so that's causing a bit of issue there. We don't really want to increase the construction speed for a while. Although one of the things that we could do is start reducing the construction price by getting more iron and such. Did we have... okay, there's sulfur coal in here in Mexico, but no iron. There's room for iron mines over here, for example, so get another 2 over there. Start spreading them out a little bit. Again, I know that it's not the best or ideal in terms of production, but we're also looking at improving the standard of living across the board a little bit. So for that one, it's just fine. So how long until the landing? 8 days? 7 days? I do wonder if the Scandinavians are trying to do another landing somewhere. They might well do. Or try anyway. Okay, we got another naval combat, but this time we've got 8 flotillas instead of 6. So that is a good increase in there. And now we are landing 20. Oh, but right. We basically have no... yeah, okay. So this is going to be a loss. It's going to be quite painful loss at that. Luckily, they're also taking some casualties, but yeah, I know that. We need more flotillas. Oh, and they've got another landing in here, but luckily, we've got our troops waiting there. A bit of a plunder, though, but we are still going to be winning this. I mean, they also have a penalty on their... oh, yeah. But they had 24, so they do have a decent bit of flotillas themselves. Oh, right of assembly. Yeah, we could probably go for that one. Admittedly, some of the groups might disapprove of that. I'm going to take that anyway. I suppose another thing that I could do... Steam Donkey completed. Get a few more barracks over here, for example. To start increasing the Central American army a little bit stronger. Not necessarily going to be a massive increase there. Right, so I suppose the Scandinavians have taken a lot of losses already. I've taken a decent bit of losses, but I think we can keep this going for a little bit longer at least. So the naval invasion failed. So let's actually have a look at Steam Donkey. I suppose there's not really that many things that we need it at. Unless we have some places that are really low on workforce. Like over here. I suppose at first we could just go for the rail transport, quite frankly. That's going to reduce the need a lot. Nitroglycerin might not be all that useful. The steam donkey, it would reduce the labor need. Oh, wow. That would actually be a lot of profit from here. There we go. So that's a lot of production in there right now. That is making really good profit. Is the infrastructure level is still fine. Let's actually have a look. How is the... Oh, Manor a bit... So California is still under... or waiting for the extra railways, which are going to be built eventually, but there's quite a few things underway first. Also getting some coal mines. Any more landings from the Scandinavians? Not yet. We haven't started doing another landing yet either. We've got 9 flotillas right now. So even if we had 10 flotillas total, that would still be a 50% penalty from there. And yeah, so we just need a lot more. Says it's crop failure. We'll help how we can. We can definitely pay a decent bit of money when we've got a lot of the gold cash still lying about. We got in gold reserves of 3.3 million. That's not too bad. Right, so Haiti is actually losing a lot of war support. They got a decent bit of radicals. They're taking a lot of casualties overall. And they've got a bit of exhaustion. Oh right, 1.9 from exhaustion. There's various sources for it. They've already gained quite a bit from it. I'm getting 1.16 from exhaustion per week. Scandinavians are also getting 1.06. I have a suspicion that we can sort of outlast them for a while, although Haiti is probably not going to step out of the war anytime soon. We'll keep this going for a little bit longer. I mean, we can definitely afford it, and the flotilla is, well, it's currently at 9. Grassroots support for the law. Oh. Population over there is fairly small, so getting more loyalists from that is not really going to be all that much use for us. I think we could potentially, at this stage, though, stop bankrolling Colombia. We've still got really good relations in there, regardless. Right of assembly, there is a lot of support for it. We are trying to pass it, of course, already. So now we are... Oh. We caught one of their fleets. Well, at least we dealt some damage, but they got a pretty good fleet overall. I mean, they've probably got the ironclads and that. Yeah, they got ironclads. I do not. Well, there's another landing. 25 battalions versus my 15. So this general is getting a lot of good victories in here. Although we're losing a bit of troops in here overall, but the enemy is losing a lot more than we are. I mean, if you have a look at the total cost of the war, so I've lost about 500,000 for the cost of this war, mostly for military goods. They lost 700,000. They also lost a lot more wounded and dead. So I suspect that we can definitely get a victory out of this war, at least, you know, get a white piece if nothing else. At the same time, their war support is fairly low, but it can't be going below 0. But for Scandinavia, it can actually go below 0. If they capitulate out of this, then we'll have a pretty good chance of winning. So we've still got 9 flotillas. We're slowly trying to... I suppose we are not building any of the naval bases yet. We've got quite a bit of things underway. We'll eventually get to that. Oh, right, now we're not getting basically any investment pool transfer. Well, okay, we're getting 20,000 from investment pool. We've got these two being built. I suppose government administration is going to be done fairly shortly. So that's going to give us a bit more bureaucracy to use maybe for institutions. Although there's not that many institutions that we really need to be using it for right now. I'm hoping that this right of assembly... Oh, there we go. It went to study. So it's step 1 done. Any more landings in here? No, not as far as I can tell. If they were to do a landing in Dixie or something, then that might be a bit of a different situation in here, but they're not doing that. Oh, another naval invasion. Yucatan. Okay, so it should be down here again. Oh, right, we intercepted their fleet again. We're taking quite heavy losses in these battles. Although we're demoralizing a lot of them. We're a very small fleet in comparison. I mean, we're still taking more losses overall than they are. Oh, now they got 31 battalions in there, but again, it's the higher the amount of troops they have in there, the insufficient landing support is going to be even higher. So yeah, there we go. That is going to be another victory. And they are going to be losing yet another 15,000 men or something like that. So white piece is something that we could take. Oh, rifling. Okay, let's have a look at the arms industries then. So if we go for rifling, that's going to increase the weapons production by another 10. And a little bit less iron used, a lot more steel. And then for the smoothbore, so that would reduce the gun used by 5, but increase... Or small arms production by 5, but increase the cannon production by 10. And then also increase the steel consumption at the cost of... but while reducing iron consumption, rather. We could probably get another steel mill, actually. Rifling completed. There we go. Modernizing the arsenal. Mexico gets modern rifle arsenal for 9 years. 20% migration attraction and arms industry building throughput. Plus 20%. All repeaters, we get... I'm going to take the repeater. Take both there. So we can get that done in due time. So we started the... Oh, it's getting the rotor valve engine. That would unlock electrical generation, to be fair. That wouldn't be too bad. I think we're going to go for the open heart so that we can get more steel production, because I think we are going to be needing that soon enough. And then we could maybe go for the repeaters or ironclads just to get the steamer production and then slowly but surely start unlocking the better ships and all that. But there we go. That's another victory here. That is already 16,000 casualties, about 17,000 casualties for them. That is a nice little victory. Although our war support is actually dropping... Well, it can't go below 0 at least, so that's good. Whereas Scandinavia's war support can go below 0, and it probably will eventually. So how's the fleet doing? It's probably fairly low on strength. Yeah, the manpowers over there are quite small. Let's start raiding convoys in here in the meanwhile. While we wait, so we can maybe sink some of the convoys coming in. And at the same time, we're not necessarily defending the coastline in here, so we're not necessarily intercepted by the enemy fleet, or intercepting the enemy fleet. Right of Assembly law is having trouble gaining popular support as a reference to it are being suppressed by the current sensory apparatus. I'm gonna risk it. Oh, well, it's now got minus 20% there. Okay, not exactly ideal. They would offer white peace. No, I'm not ready for that yet. Although I don't think I'll be able to win this war easily, but if the Scandinavians are pushed out, and our fleet can have some time to increase in size, which we are getting some more naval bases already. So after that, oh, actually, I suppose one of the things that I could do, in San Salvador, we're going to get a university. Same with Yucatan. That's going to allow us to recruit more officers, essentially pretty much solely for that reason. And then we're going to increase the fleet sizes a bit faster there. Although, you know, those buildings aren't going to be done anytime soon. But now we're making some more money. The investment pool is also growing slightly. And the GDP is already 28.6 million. It's suffering a little... Oh, another naval invasion. Right, we've still got a pretty good defense in here. Has the general gotten any new traits there? I do wonder. Brave, experienced diplomat. Morale recovery is pretty good. So no new trait... Oh, wow, age of 80. Oh, that's a bit of an old one. We might need to recruit another one soon. If we can, we'll just recruit someone that's really good at defending. I guess that's gonna be a good sort of division of labor here, so that the Central America one is gonna be defending and the Mexico one is gonna be the one that is gonna be doing the attacking. I say the use of force is warranted. It's gonna be a bit more radicals, but at the same time, I don't want to lose the law enforcement investment too much yet. But there we go, that's another 15,000 casualties for the Scandinavians. So they've taken already over 70,000 men in casualties. So no wonder they are losing a lot of due to war exhaustion. They're actually losing more war support now due to the war exhaustion than I am. Or even Haiti is. Although Haiti can't go below the level there, so I do want to subjugate still. They will not accept the peace deal. How's the fleet doing? It is currently 10 out of 13, so we are getting the naval bases now fairly quickly. Good literature. President has been caught reading controversial censored book by sparking further questions of the debate about the right of assembly law. Embarrassing, but the supports are called, so that's plus 20% success chance, minus 50 prestige, or minus 20%. I'm going to take the plus 20% success chance at the cost of some prestige. We're going to be losing our rank because of that, though, which is a bit unfortunate, but not much I can do about that one. Right now, so I don't think we've actually sank any of the convoys going through here yet. But at least the army over here is doing fairly well, I dare say. And we're losing quite a bit of money as well while this is going, but it'll be fine. But clearly this is showing that we need a proper fleet to win these landings. Get out scandal. Ignore it. It's going to reduce the popularity of the Catholic Church. Until elections anyway. Oh, another naval invasion. This time it's only 26 battalions. So they've got no chances of winning, let's be honest. There's another 2 naval bases. Oh, that's all the naval bases that we set up. Oh, right, so now we can have up to 20 flotillas. Of course, we don't have that many yet, because there's a lot of manpower missing. We're slowly recuperating that. Oh, Scandinavia is out of the war now. Aha. So now we've got 10 flotillas. I suppose now might be the time to do another naval invasion with the troops from Central America. We've got a fairly good, or a little bit better chance now. It's only going to be about minus 33% from the not enough support for the landing, I reckon, at least. Although, well, I suppose we're getting a little bit more troops in there now. In the meanwhile, we are getting a... Right, we've been building a lot of the barracks and such. We're getting some of the iron mines. We'll get a steel mill. We'll get a couple of universities. After that, let's have a look at the... okay, steel is in a very high demand. Explosives are also in a very high demand. Let's go ahead and increase this explosive production then. We could probably get another chemical plant as well, just in case. And how's the munitions plant? It is doing fairly well. Not making a massive profit though. Hey, rate of assembly is increasing. Or going forward again. Good. So we can maybe get that done soon enough. I mean, if we're lucky, we might get another success there immediately after. But I don't feel lucky. So it's probably not... It's not going to happen, I reckon. How long does the Book of Scandal... Oh, it's only 5... No, that's a crop relief. Okay, so the Book of Scandals might be kind of a permanent thing. Probably at least up until the right assembly is done. Oh, there we go. So our landing is still a failure. At least we're inflicting... Oh, wow. We've taken a lot of losses there. So how bad is that? It's only 8 offense. Yeah, okay. We need more navy. But we are building more navy, at least. And we're still making money. We're also getting a bit more innovation due to the universities that will be done soon. Right, so what else could we build? Tooling workshop, clothing. Get one of each. Maybe another class work as well. There we go. We got another iron mine. So I suppose the iron price should be fairly reasonable. Yeah, it's not too bad. That's definitely good news. Fertilizers are all a little bit lacking, but it's not too bad. But I suppose one thing that I could do... over here we could get a livestock ranch there. That would be at least something that will be useful. Right, so the flotilla size is still only 10. So I don't think either side can, realistically speaking, win this war. So I'm just going to go for white peace. At least we humiliated Scandinavia a little bit by defeating them repeatedly. But we did also lose a decent bit of manpower ourselves. But it will be... Oh, secession in Poland. Oh yeah. Polish uprising. Backroom dealings exposed. Oh, we'd get a setback. But enactment time would go down. A bit of less bureaucracy, but I think we're going to fall... Oh, speaking of bureaucracy, we should probably start incorporating British Columbia over here. Oh, that's only 5 years. Oh. So, yeah, that was a failure. And I don't think we can go through Columbia's territory either for warfare. Unless we call them in. Oh, Marina Kingdom is now losing a treaty port as well. Potentially in... to Great Britain. Okay, that's... unfortunate, so I guess that plan goes out the window. But we are now number 8 in GDP. Oh, just surpassed Prussia. USA is still relatively far away, about 5 million. And there's a decent bit of silk demand that we are not having met. Raising concerns. No. Rule folk, you can lose a little bit of support there. Although we don't actually want to lose too much of their support. We've got 2 radicals over here supporting the right of assembly. Another steel mill is going to be done in 3 weeks. So that is going to be good for the economy, that's for sure. And it's going to start reducing the steel price a lot. I mean, if you have a look at the buy orders, so motor industries is a pretty big one, arms industry is pretty big one, and tooling workshops in... Okay, it's mostly... So I'm the only one in our market. Well, there's only me and Colombia in the market, admittedly. But I'm the only one that is using that. I don't suppose if we were to start improving relations with Ecuador, for example, and invite them into the market, would they join in? Dissenters break ranks. Oh, bollocks. We would get another 5% chance in there, or we could just spend a bit of money and get a minus 10%. I guess we'll spend the money. I do want to get this right assembly. I mean, it's almost there anyway. It just needs one more success and it will be done. At least the standard of living is almost 12 points now, so it's slowly getting better. I mean, there's few places that are fairly decent, especially a lot of the gold mine areas, but then there's also a lot of areas that aren't all that great. Like, especially down here in Chiapas and Guatemala and all that. I suppose we don't have a lot of buildings in here in the first place. We can get another logging camp, I suppose. Maybe a fishing wharf to get at least something. And now we got 86 innovation. So that's definitely getting better. And how's the fleet size looking like? Got 11 flotillas, so 10 out of 21. It's slowly increasing in size, but nothing massive yet. How much would it cost for us to bankroll? Well, it's not all that much. So if we invite them to Customs Union, they would not take that yet. Although our GDP is a lot higher than theirs, so they might be willing to join eventually. Oh, and the armed forces are going to be very upset soon. Time runs out is minus 15. Okay. Oh, we need to keep them in government not to get the minus 20. Right. And disappearing interest Andes and Caribbean. Probably address goes awry. I'll take another setback, I suppose. But now we're back to 30% chance. But I don't think this is actually going to pass. Cambodia improving relations. Oh. But we're losing the interest in there, so that's... No, we're losing the interest in Caribbean and Andes. Oh, right. At least we are still making money, but yeah, now we're down to minor power. And we will be able to get the prestige back probably soon enough. Especially once we get a bit more fleets and all that. Let's double check the development. So we haven't gotten any extra fleet upgrades other than the first one over here for the tactics, but beyond that, or naval theory, but beyond that, not too much. Especially if we should increase the butchering tools used. That is going to be increasing tool use a lot, of course, but there's going to be a lot of cheap meat then on the market. I don't suppose we have extra tooling workshops anyway. Wait, no, we got one over here. Get another level for that one. We'll get even more tools because clearly we need a lot of it. So what else? Tooling workshop. Oh, engines could use a bit of boost. Get another motor industries in Veracruz. Gold discovered in Sonora again. Oh, wow. I'll get the extra throughput there again. So we've got 5 gold fields there. Oh boy. I don't suppose we've got any gold mines that we could build. As a matter of fact, we do. But one over there. And British Columbia could get a gold mine. Oh, right, it's all the gold mines that we were building before, but then the secession happened and, well, it cancelled all of that. So we'd have up to 107 innovation already, so I think what we should probably do is start increasing the universities in a lot of places. I suppose we've got the massive universities over here, so we'll get another level for that one. It's going to be a bit expensive, admittedly. And I'm guessing we might also need another paper mill, just to be on the safe side. And because of paper mill, we'll probably need a sulfur mill, or sulfur mine, sorry, not sulfur mill. And nationalism unlocked, so that gives a bit more authority, so we could potentially have a look at the decrees, first of all. We don't need more taxes, that's for sure. But if we were to put in some industry, maybe in Veracruz, or some resource industries in places like... There's a lot of places that we could put in resource industry. For example, this one, that's got to be a lot of iron mines there. That's a lot of mines as well, potentially. This one's got a bit of industry, so that's something that we could maybe boost. Or... Well, Rio Grande isn't all that massive for us. We've got already... Oh, hold on a minute, I know. We could go for Oregon to put in the agriculture industry in there. Or we could go for California. California would probably be pretty good for the resource industry as well. Especially with the gold mines and all that. Although, yeah, it is actually increased. Yeah, there we go. California, mining industries. Or resource industry. Oh, and there we go. We've got writers assembly. So we actually lost a little bit of authority. But now we will have higher tech spread. How much is it actually? Can we see it from here? No, not directly. But we could have a look over here. There's 26 to 80 tech spread. Oh, it's probably through here that we can see it. Yeah, 26 or 27 to 81, basically. So, you know, it's not the worst, but it could certainly be better. Right, so now we're slowly increasing relations with Ecuador. I still don't think we can invite them to the Customs Union, because they are a bit reluctant on that one. But it's not costing us too much. Colombia is also... We've got fairly good relations with them. So I don't think we need to worry about anything about there. There are Dominions that they pay us quite... Actually, how much do we get from the... Oh, 6,500 now. Well, the tied to a market, we're at least making the market better placed over time. Oh, and we had the... Over here we got another textile mill. Let's just give that a level. So this is the one that is producing just basic clothing. How's the population in here? There's still 37,000 peasants. It's not too bad, I suppose. Oh, petty bourgeoisie is now losing the... Okay. Oh, that's costing us a lot of bureaucracy then. We get a government administration building over here. Let's have a look at the... Oh, we don't have any agitators right now. We're going to invite one for property win, universal suffrage, secret police, monarchy. I don't really need any of those, quite frankly. So we'll just let it be. Got another 6 months to try to pass the land at voting. I'm not going to do that. Oh, we got... Oh, boy. Well, I suppose it could be really close, so I guess we can just wait until that blows over, and then land, or armed forces will be very upset for a while. The military goods cost is going to go up, and the military tech cost is going to go up as well, so that's going to be a bit unfortunate for us. But also, what is unfortunate is that we are actually out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description, but other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until the next time, bye-bye.